Hey, you're here with David. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 tricks that are going to allow you to dramatically increase the engagement you get on every single post that you make on Facebook. And now these strategies are completely up to date. And so this is the best way to proceed in 2023 to get huge engagement on all your Facebook content. And you know that getting more engagement, whether it be likes or shares or comments, that's the way to drive more sales through your online business. And so engagement is huge. That's why we're going to dive into this video about getting more engagement in 2023 on all your Facebook content. Now, you probably already know that Facebook changes its algorithm all the time. The formula that calculates what posts are going to get the most reach and get seen by the most people and generate the most engagement, it's always changing. There's some strategies that used to work really well that no longer work. Let me show you an example. I'll show you this one from BuzzFeed. And you can see this is what kind of dog are you based on your random preferences. This kind of quiz was huge on Facebook. You can see this is from 2019, 53 comments on this, 49 likes. This type of thing worked great back in the day in 2019, but if you posted this today, I can almost guarantee it would be silent. Your engagement would be virtually zero because this type of content isn't what's working best on Facebook right now. And so you might wonder, well, what does work now? And maybe you go out and you see a Facebook marketing course and you think, okay, I'm going to buy this. Well, there's nothing worse than buying a course and then realizing the strategies it teaches are from 6 months or a year or 2 years ago, and they don't apply to the climate on Facebook today. And you don't need to go and hire a business coach to tell you what's working on Facebook in 2023, because I'll tell you something, Facebook has been ultra clear with us exactly what it wants you to do to get your posts seen by more people and to get more engagement so that you can bring more leads into your business and make more sales. And that's what we're going to dive into right now. There are just 4 ingredients that Facebook's looking for in order to get your posts seen by more people. Here's your 4 ingredients. Number 1 is how. Number 2 is who. Number 3 is where. And number 4 is when. So we got how, who, where, and when. Let's begin by talking about how. How refers to how you engage on other people's content. I'm going to go over and show you something pretty neat that Facebook recently added inside of Facebook Professional Mode. And if you don't know much about Facebook Professional Mode, don't worry, I recorded an entire video all about it, and I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can go check that out. I'm over in Professional Mode, and one of the neat features that Facebook has added, it's called Facebook Badges. And you can see here, Facebook badges are intended to help community members get prominence, to feel important, get rewarded for their engagement. And I want to read this because this is very important. Notice it says top fan badges. These badges help your most engaged followers stand out. Listen to this, very important. Replying to top fans can encourage meaningful conversations. Why did Facebook say this? Well, it said this because the how you engage with your followers is hugely important. Facebook wants you to engage with other people's content. It wants you to engage with them in the DMs, in Messenger. It wants you to like stuff. It wants you to help other people feel special. And so what it's done is created these badges so that your top fans can feel special. And I do recommend, if you have Facebook Professional Mode, to turn that on. Let your top fans feel special. But going back to how you're going to spur on engagement on your content, how do you do it? Well, you pay attention to how you engage on other people's content. And so just listen to this. Facebook wants you to like their content, wants you to comment, wants you to send DMs. Do those things. The more you engage on other people's content, the more Facebook is going to show your content in 2023. It's been very clear about that. Number 2 is the who. Who do you have in your audience? And now this is really important as well, is you want to be filling up your audience with people who are actually engaged on Facebook. They're the types of people who are using the platform. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to go over here to Baz's profile, and what you're about to see is very common. So it's not just Baz. Let's take a look down here. I'm going to go down first off to his friends list. And you can see here, he's actually built up a pretty sizable audience. He's got 2,500 friends. But let's take a look through his posts. So you can see this post here is actually a pinned post. So this is July 1st that this was posted. So this is almost 6 months ago. Let's go take a look at the engagement. Over the past 6 months, this pinned post has had just 16 comments and 39 likes. Let's take a look at some more of his recent posts. This one has 0 likes, 0 comments, 2 likes, 0 comments, 2 likes, 0 comments, no likes, no comments, 2 likes, 0 comments. You see a theme here. And this is very common. And quite often, the reason why this happens is because people fill up their audience with the wrong friends. They add friends who aren't engaged on Facebook. And so even if you create great content, but you have the wrong who in your audience, it's impossible for Facebook to get the signals it needs to say, wow, your content is really important. Baz here, as he's putting out this content and getting no engagement, he's sending signals to Facebook saying, my content isn't important, nobody cares. And there's a high likelihood that part of the problem is the who in his audience. Now I want to contrast that with what I ideally like to see. I'm going to go back over to professional mode here. And actually, I'm just going to go and show you where you can access this. In case you have professional mode already installed, all you need to do is go over to your profile and then go down to View Tools. And then once you're in here, you'll see where I went before where I was looking at badges. That's under Fan Engagement Tools. If you click on that, you can see your badges here. Let's back up though. I'm going to go back to the dashboard here and I'm going to click on Profile. What you want to see, as opposed to having a pretty decent sized audience and no engagement, what you want to see is something like this. So this is showing for the last month, which in my case, I made 4 posts in the last month. Let's take a look at the engagement. Almost 8,300 people. And then what does Facebook do with that? It says, wow, people are interested in this content. Therefore, let's show this content to more new people. And what happened? I got 71 new followers as a result. So if you want your engagement to pop in 2023, very important. Facebook has told us how you engage with other people is super important. It's also told us that who you have in your audience will dictate how much engagement you get and how many people see your content. That's number 2. Number 3 is all about where you post your content. I'm going to go over here to the Audience and Influence Facebook group. And so this is one of the Facebook groups that I run. And I just want to show you something here. I'm going to go down to Learn More and let's take a look at activity here. And you'll see that right here, there's almost 6,000 members. And this is a group that's been running for about a year. And you'll see over the last week, we got over 100 new members, 46 posts in the last month. So a very engaged group. Facebook has been blatant saying, if you're running a business, we want you to build a community. A Facebook group. Why does Facebook want you to do that? Because Facebook knows that Facebook groups keep people engaged on the Facebook platform longer. And so if you're doing that, Facebook loves you because you're helping further their goals, which is keeping people on Facebook. So I started a group. I did what Facebook wanted, and now I'm generating this audience. Facebook's helping me build this audience. This is done with 0 ads at all. And we can talk a little bit more about how I did this in just a second here. But what I really want to show you is I'm going to go back to the discussion here because we're talking about getting engagement on your content. If you're only posting content on your personal profile, you're missing the boat. You need to have a group. Let's take a look here. And you might wonder, well, what do I post in my group? There's a mistake that a lot of people make. I'm going to go down to a recent post that I made. Here's one right here. So I posted this video that's talking about how to get more viewers on Facebook Lives. Here's the mistake many group owners make. They post a video like this inside of their group and they say, awesome, I'm going to do what Facebook tells me to do. Facebook's going to help my content be seen by more people. But then they take that exact same piece of content and they go and post it on their personal profile. And so now, instead of doing what Facebook wants you to do, you're kind of becoming a spammer. You're taking the exact same content and putting it in 2 places. Why is that a problem? Well, think about someone who is outside of your Facebook group. If they can consume your content on your personal profile, what motivation do they have to join your group? None, right? There's no reason for them to be there. And so it's really important that the content that you create for your group is different from the content that you create on your personal profile. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go over to this is a content calendar that I use. And so right now, as I film this, I'm in the month of December, and you can see that I have 2 sections. I have a profile section and a group section for every single week of the month. Why do I do this? Because I want to make sure that I'm creating content inside my group as well as on my personal profile that's different. Now, does this mean that you can't post anything that's similar? Absolutely not. A lot of the content that I'll create and post to my group, I will use a different variation, giving a different angle and use that on my profile as well. And you can do the same thing. The key here is where you post your content matters to Facebook. And so if you're not posting new content, fresh content inside a group to help drive the growth of that community, doing what Facebook wants, you're missing the mark and your algorithm is going to suffer. Fewer people are going to see your posts. So in 2023, if you want your engagement to soar, you got to pay attention to where you're posting on your personal profile as well as in your group. And then finally, number 4 is Facebook has been very clear that when you post matters. I'm going to go back to our example here with Baz, and I want you to take a look at the dates here of his post. So let's go take a look. I'm going to ignore this one because it's a pin post. Let's take a look at this one. So here we were 23 hours ago. Then 1 day ago. So basically, again, twice in 1 day. And then this one was 2 days ago. And then this one was also 2 days ago. This one was about 3 days ago. This one was 4 days ago. So you notice a theme here. There's a lot of content being posted here. And maybe you've heard this before. There are over 2 billion people using Facebook every single day. It's impossible for Facebook to show all of your content to your entire audience. And so if you start creating too much content, you're forcing Facebook to decide. It has to divide up your content and decide who's going to see which piece of content. And that can be a likely reason why Baz here isn't getting much engagement. Maybe he has the wrong people in his audience, and also maybe he's posting too frequently, forcing Facebook to show his content to a small section of his audience. I want to compare that. I'm going to go over to my profile and I'm going to show you my strategy here. So I'm going to go over to my profile here and I want you to take a look at dates again. So this is my pin post from November 21st, but you'll see here, so I just posted 3 hours ago, already starting to get some engagement on this post. And then I posted 1 week ago, 315 comments, 317 likes. This was a post from my wife, Lucy, so that's not mine. A week before, so 2 weeks ago, let's take a look. 86 comments, 221 likes. A week before that, you'll notice 52 comments, 104 likes. I'm creating about 1, maybe 2 pieces of content on my personal profile per week. And then if we go back over here to that content calendar I showed you, here's my profile post. You'll see on Mondays, I create 1 piece of content. And then throughout the week, 1, 2, 3 pieces of content in this week inside the group. In this week, there's 1, 2 pieces of content. In this week, 2 pieces of content. And so you can see the number of pieces of content is relatively small because I know Facebook can't show dozens and dozens of my posts to my audience. And so it's important to give Facebook just enough content to make sure that your audience can see something from you without forcing Facebook to decide and potentially show your content to nobody or to a very small percentage of your audience. And so that's your formula. There are 4 things Facebook has been very transparent about it wants. In 2023, if you want more engagement, if you want more reach with your content, you got to take care of how you're engaging with other people. You got to take care of who's in your audience. You got to take care of where you're creating content, and you need to take care of when are you creating content and how much are you posting. Those are the 4 variables that Facebook has said are going to dictate how many people see your content in 2023. Now, full transparency, we do use a tool, it's called Unipro, that does all of this for us. It does all of our Facebook marketing for us, engaging with other people, bringing the right people into our audience, making sure that our content is seen by the most people possible. It's been a game changer for our business. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely got to go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. It's going to be a game changer for you as well. If this was helpful, give this video a like. And if you got comments or questions about how you can get your content seen by more people in 2023 and beyond, leave those below. I'm happy to help out. Thanks for checking out this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.